We're in transit. Currently getting the submarine to its position. All right, this is the place. Light up the submarine. Roger that, we're active in here. All systems are responding normally. Confirmed, we're ready to dive. Let us know when. Roger that, sub-team. Check both your lights, we don't want to dip you in there going dark. So this is the real Mosasaurus pit, huh? It has to be dead by now. The park closed over 5 years ago. This is sub-team, checking our lights. Light 1, active. Okay. Light 2, active. Both lights are active. We're ready for the dive, over. Copy that. We're putting you in. Good luck out there, boys. This is sub-team. We've touched down on the water. Beginning our submersion now. This is sub-team. We've broken the surface. It's really dark in here, but these lights are doing a good job of lighting the way. Over. Don't forget our mission. We have to find the remains of what is left of the Mosasaurus. InGen needs a piece of its bone to clone a new Mosasaurus. I remember. It's like just giving me the creeps. Never was a fan of dark water. Yeah, even though it's dead, you can still feel its presence in here. Real creepy. I don't get it. The Mosasaurus was huge. How have we not found him by now? I'll tell you how. It's too dark in here. Can't see a thing. Hold up, Michael. This is the place. The power station. You hear him in there. They can't see anything down there. This paddock has lights in it. Back when it used to show off the Mosasaurs. Come on. Where is it? I'm trying to find the power panel. Huh? Oh, I found it. I found it. All right. Just give me a few minutes. I'm working on it. I'll have this power on in no time. I don't know, Lawrence. I have a really bad feeling about this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you just see that? Yeah, I saw that. I think. And I got it. Power's on. Ah, I can't see. Light blinded me. Turn us around. Get away from that light. Incoming! This is sub-team. This is sub-team. We're compromised. Ah! Sub-team, do you copy? Sub-team, do you copy? Sub-team. Hello? Come on, wake up, we gotta go. Come on, Sleeping Beauty, we don't got all day. Finally, you decided to wake up. We got an easy mission here. There's a special Ceratosaurus on this island. Our tracker should lead us right to it. All we gotta do is trank it, load it onto the truck, and get out of here. Sound good? Let's go! And before anyone dies, everyone, stay careful. Recon Jeep, stay behind us. Is that it? No. That's just a regular Ceratosaur. AKA not our Dino. Killer place for a brake stop, man. Hey, check it out. It's the Suco down there. Kinda nice to watch them when they're not trying to kill you, huh? You can say that again. Spots like these that remind you that this island's beautiful and dangerous. All right, team. That's enough sightseeing for now. Yeah, you're probably right. I could stay here all day. All right, team. Let's get a move on. Has anyone seen my rifle anywhere? I can't find it. Whoa, man, check out this place. There's no carnivore, so I guess it's safe. Hey, whoa, check me out, man. I'm feeding the Triceratops. Come on, a little closer, man. Come on, get your leafy green. Oh, wow, he's tugging hard. Oh, ah. Well, there you go. You see that? That was awesome.
Heard from Team 1 yet? You think they got it?
Nah, man, don't worry. Those two are professionals. They can handle themselves. Up here! The tracker says it's right in front of us. Keep an eye out. There it is, dead ahead! Come on now, keep still. Gotcha. And that's a mission accomplished. Let's load him up and get out of here. Hey, nice shot. Yeah, not my finest work, but it'll do. Let's go ahead and regroup with our scouts. They'll be happy to know that we can finally get off this death trap island. I don't know, I kind of liked it here. Nice scenery, at least.
I'm feeling uneasy. I think something's watching us.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice raptor. Oh, jeez. Cat, come on. We gotta get out of here. No, this can't be how it is. Oh, what? It's the buck! Hurry up, get on! We gotta get out of here! Don't gotta tell me twice. Gas it! You think that was last of the raptors? Nope. Not a chance. Hello YouTube, it's Toy Adventures here with another figure review, and I know this video has been a long time coming. I've just been super busy, but I finally got the time to get around to it. Here it is, the Carnotaurus review. This is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Carnotaurus from the new Mattel toy line. Now, luckily I did keep its packaging. I have opened it, but this is the packaging I've kept for it. You got an open box display here with the Jurassic World logo, Carnotaurus. Standard open box display that's been very common with the rest of this toy line. Only the humans and the attack packs really have closed packaging, and the special multi-packs and all that stuff. But the main toy line, for the most part, has been an open box design, which I like. I mean, it lets you try out the action feature and shows off what you're getting. As you can see, we got a very beautiful model of a Carnotaurus here. So the open box design doesn't really bother me. Here on the back of the packaging, you just get a diagram showing you what the attack feature is. You just press the little button on the back, and it bites forward. You get the other figures in the line. It only shows you 3 of them for some reason: the Stegosaurus, the Triceratops, and the Baryonyx, which is a little weird. But it only shows you 3 of the other dinosaurs. I remember on the old Kenner packaging for Lost World and Jurassic Park, they'd show you the whole toy line. I missed that, and I wish they would have done that, but at least we get 3. There's not really much else to talk about with the packaging. You get the chomp action right here,
Carnotaurus, you get it all in different languages. The volcano, you know, the standard packaging design. So let's go ahead and just ditch the packaging. Oop. So here's the Carnotaurus in all her beauty. Now, if you're a veteran toy collector from Jurassic Park, you'll know that this is oddly screen accurate for what we've been getting with the Jurassic Park toy lines. From the Bone Breaker to the Demon. Let me go get it real quick. From this to this is 25 years of progress. Now, I don't have the Bone Breaker from the Lost World toy line, unfortunately, but I do have the Demon here, and you can tell there's so many improvements just from the arms alone. This is incredibly inaccurate. Down to the shape of the head, this one's a little too thick and boxy, and the horns are a bit too big, and you know the teeth are protruding outward. I mean, it's a stylized toy and it fits for the 90s, but this is definitely a new age millennial toy version of the Carnotaurus, where it's more focused on being more accurate and screen accurate, and you know, accurate as a fossil record. So I'm really happy that they're, you know, stepping up the accuracy in these toys. This looks just like what you see on the screen. Anyway, most of my reviews are like 20 minutes long, so I'm trying to keep this one a bit short. So for articulation, you have the standard Mattel, you know, swivel in the leg, and then it can go in and out. The arms, they can go out about that far up, and then that far down. So you can get them in the correct pronated backward formation that the actual Carnotaurus had, which I really like. And the tail is on a ball joint. It does not come detached. It comes attached in packaging, so you don't have to put it on. And I don't know if this counts as articulation, but if it does, you get one little like hinge here in the neck, and you get another one right here. And there's a hidden feature that I don't think most people know about. If you follow me on Instagram, you know about this feature. But if you don't, you don't. And that's the secret pose you can get with it. If you take the Carnotaurus, and I've tried this with a wild one, and you know, in the wild, not just mine, and you push his head up, just like that, it'll stay in that position, and there you go. You have a pose for it to be on your shelf, or in a picture or anything. It just stays there with its head open, and it doesn't damage the gimmick at all. If you want to fix it, you just push it back down, and the gimmick works perfectly fine. So, there's that for that. For the detail section, I'm going to go ahead and do it outside because it has much better lighting than where I record. So let's just get straight into it. I'll just take you nice around the body, and you can just see all the little scales and bumps they put into this. I've seen some killer repaints of these, and that's the theme with these Jurassic World toys, is that their sculpts are really good. Their paint might be a little bit cartoonish. These are prime real estate for repaints, because once you repaint these look like almost movie maquettes, because they got the sculpt, but the paint is just a little bit lacking in my opinion. Like those teeth, those are just oddly too yellow to me. I'll give you a nice look inside the mouth. And I do plan on getting a custom once I can afford it. They're really expensive. They're super expensive. But hopefully I can save up and get a really cool custom for maybe a toy video or toy photography. Just letting you check out all the details. The bumpy ridges on its back. There's its button. Way down to the tail. So there's the details for this figure. Honestly, really impressed. Coming from the Hasbro toy line, this new Mattel toy line is just a breath of fresh air. A total breath of fresh air. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on to scaling. How does this character scale in with the rest of the toy line? Well, let's start off with the Roarvor Triceratops. No real reason. I just, you know, it's right where my hand was, so it was convenient. So here they are scaled up. And this Triceratops is oddly small compared to the rest of the toy line. I really think it should have been one of the whatever these are called, the medium-sized dinosaurs. They're not quite large, but they're not quite small. I can't remember what they call them. It's the same class that the Carno and the Stego are in. I think the Triceratops should have been one of them. Not a roarboar. It's just a bit too small for my tastes. Here he is with the big baddie, the Indoraptor. I did the same comparison in the Indoraptor review. But they match up pretty well. I mean, that's a pretty big raptor to match up with the Carnotaurus, so, you know, this Indoraptor's getting harder and harder to stand. The feet, you have to align them up perfectly. Here they are face to face. And you can see they're around the same size, which is interesting and terrifying. Moving on to an attack pack, here he is with the Legacy Collection multi-pack Raptor. And the Raptors in this line are satisfyingly small. They're not too big like the Kenner ones were. And they're not, you know... Do I need to say anything about Hasbro's Raptors? Honestly, no. Get out of my face. Here she is with the Baryonyx. These are the two new dinosaurs for this new movie, and I'm equally hyped to see them both in the new movie. They're two dinosaurs that have been in the Jurassic Park franchise, but never been in the movies. So I'm really excited, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited as well, to see these guys in the new movie. Now here she is with the big old thrashing throw T-Rex. She looked much bigger than her in the trailer, you know, when she's bites her to the ground and steps on her and does the whole roar. Look familiar? Yeah. So they're pretty much in scale. Maybe the Carnotaurus is a little bit too big, just a little bit, but it doesn't bother me at all because you can still reenact the scene. And here she is compared to the Legacy Collection Jeep and the human Owen Grady. So she's a bit big, you know, she's big in the movie, so I don't mind. But I'm really impressed, man. I'm really impressed with this whole toy line, especially this Carnotaurus. You know, I just showed earlier with the Demon. A lot of progress has been happening through this Mattel toy line, and I'm super, super stoked for what they have planned in the future, because if you didn't know, they have a toy line planned even until 2019. So I think what they're going to do is they're just going to, after the movie comes out, they're still going to keep making toys. They're going to make dinosaurs that we haven't seen, dinosaurs that we have seen. So they're making a Therizinosaurus and a whole new wave of dinosaurs. So if you've been hyping up, hopefully they've been making an Indominus or something. They probably will make an Indominus. And if we're lucky, they might even make a Giganotosaurus or other large dinosaurs. I don't know what they have planned. We can only hope and speculate. But either way, I'm super excited. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review. This has been the Mattel Carnotaurus from the new Jurassic World toy line. My final thoughts on it. For 20 bucks, what you're getting here is really, really good compared to what other toy lines are doing now, especially with Hasbro. You know, their Transformer Deluxes that used to be like $13-something are now 20 bucks, and they're like this big. They've decreased the whole scale of the Transformers toy line. But Mattel, they're releasing some high quality action figures at low prices. So it's what a time to be a Jurassic Park toy collector or a Jurassic Park fan in general. So go out there, hunt this thing down. This one's a little bit rarer than the rest of the toy line. I've seen like full stock stores, but no Carnotaurs or Stegosaurs. But I'm starting to see the Carnotaurs come back now that the toy line's been out for a while and all the crazy collectors have bought in theirs and now they can finally restock. So if you don't have it already, go hunt it down and buy this. And you won't regret it at all. Not a dime. Because this thing just speaks for itself. I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. That's what you see in the movie. Kids are going to love this. It looks just like what they see on the movie screen. And they're going to come home and they're going to reenact the movies. And they're going to have all kinds of new memories that we had as kids. So I give this 2 thumbs up. And this is Toy Adventures signing off. Oh, but wait. Here's a little bonus feature. A lot of you on my Instagram have been commenting, how do I keep the Carnotaurus' mouth open or its neck pronated in this position? Well, since you stayed tuned, I'm going to go ahead and give you a mini tutorial on how to keep the Carnotaur's neck positioned or its mouth opened. Still here, huh? Well, for you staying tuned, here's a little bonus. A lot of you on my Instagram have been asking, how do I keep the Carnotaur's neck positioned in a low, a low pronated position like this? Or keep its mouth opened while it's, keep it like that, like a roaring or chasing pose. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you a mini tutorial on how to do that. All you'll need is a stick. That's all you're going to need. What you do is you move the position into what you want, and you just kind of jab the stick right in there, and boom, it holds it. Now, you do that onto the other side, for the opposite side you're taking a picture from, and you won't even be able to see it, because, if you're taking the picture in a forested area or, just plants in general, it's going to completely blend in with the background, and you won't be able to tell it at all. And when you're done, you just pull the stick out, and it's back to normal. It doesn't damage the figure at all, and you get a really cool picture. So, there's that little bonus feature. Alright, now this time I'm actually signing out. Have a great day, guys. See you in the next video. Hello, YouTube. It's me, Toy Adventures, here again with another Jurassic World figure review. And as you can tell, today we're going to be looking at the Jurassic World Indoraptor, the superposable Indoraptor. This is the new hybrid villain dinosaur from the new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom movie. This toy was produced by Mattel like the rest of the line, and it's probably the best out of the entire line. Now, being a cool looking dinosaur aside, it's also super articulated. And if you followed me on my previous accounts like Godzilla Gojira, which was one of my older accounts, I love posable figures. And this is right up my alley. It's a cool new dinosaur, and it's a posable figure. That's what I've always wanted, is a super posable dinosaur action figure, and Mattel really delivers here. Before I even have to get into all of this, you can see all the different seams of articulation that this figure holds. You got stuff going on at the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, the neck, another one in the neck, the jaw, the thigh, the knees, the ankles, the tail. Okay, this figure is decked out. The only thing it's missing is an ab crunch or any ab articulation whatsoever. But I don't think that hinders the figure in any way possible. I mean, sure it doesn't have an ab crunch, but I don't really think it needs it. I mean, as it stands, it's already a superbly articulated figure, especially considering it's Jurassic Park, which, they've never really been too articulated. They focused more on the sculpt and the paint than they ever did the articulation. But this figure nails all three. It nails the sculpt, the paint, and it nails that articulation. Another thing that separates this figure from the rest of the toy line is its box. Now, I'll flash a picture of the box right here. Alright, and now I'll flash a picture of the box for the Thrash and Throw T-Rex. Alright, now you can notice something clearly different. The Indoraptor's box is blue as opposed to the rest of the lines, orange and lava and yellow and red. And it also has a more forested background. Now this is my theory, that it's supposed to replicate the Lockwood Manor and the setting that the Lockwood Manor takes place in. If you've watched the trailers, it's not really a spoiler because it's just an environmental thing. But the Lockwood Manor is located in a forested area, and the box has a nighttime feel, and you've all seen that clip of the Indoraptor climbing on top of the manor at nighttime. So it's really cool that they gave him a scene-specific box and not just the generic, lava one where you're probably never going to see him at. So kudos to Mattel for adding that in. Now, I've had this figure for a while, ever since, I think, even before the release date. I think I got it 2 days or 3 days before April 16th. I believe that was the release date. I got him 2 days before. I was hunting through all the Walmarts for the new figures, and I found this one, Thrash and Throw, Super Colossal, the Roarboars. I think that's it. No, I found the Gyrosphere truck too. I didn't find the Carno and the Stego till later. So, as you know, I've had this figure for a while, and I know all of its flaws, very few of them. But I also know a lot of where it shines. And where it shines is just straight up posability. This thing is very stable. The feet, right here, they act as great great stands. They're well designed. You can get this figure in a number of different poses, and it won't just, you know, plop over like other articulated figures. People have been comparing this thing to NECA quality. What I'm about to say is very controversial, and I beg you to just bear with me. It's way better than NECA quality, because NECA quality isn't that good. That's just my opinion, but I don't think NECA's that good. I know a lot of you are mad, but I went through the troubles of the NECA Pacific Rim line, and they were good, but one wrong move and it's broken. This thing is taking tumbles like you've never believed. It's falling out of my backpack. When I go to take pictures, it falls off my bed every now and then. It falls off the shelf. It can take a tumble, and it'll just be fine. I can't speak for all of the people owning this toy, but at least mine seems pretty sturdy and even more articulated than some NECA action figures. Now, I've talked a lot about its posability and its articulation, but let me just show you a quick slideshow of some poses I've gotten with this thing. All those pictures and much more you can find on my Instagram, which is by the same name. It's Toy Adventures on YouTube. Same profile pic and everything. So now that I've shown you the kind of poses you can get into, let's finally get into the meat and potatoes of what this figure is all about. In its name, the superposability. Now, to start us off, it has the basic, every dinosaur has this jaw hinge. Get nice up and down movement. But then you get a nice head ball joint right here. Get all kinds of 360 movement right there. Any pose you could really want. And you get another ball joint down here in the neck that allows for even greater neck posability. You can get them looking way up. You get them looking way down. You can get them looking all the way to the sides. Even behind them. So he's got full range movement. Yeah, it's hard to get him to stand when you're moving around so much. Plus mine's joints are a little loose since it's so old. It's actually less than a month old. I've just taken a lot of pictures with it, so it's kind of loose now. Moving down to the shoulders, we get a nice hinge and twist right here. Still not completely familiar with what this is called, what kind of hinge that is. But you got another one of them down here in the wrist. Get nice in and out, and round and around. And at the, no, elbow, I have to say elbow. This is the wrist. And the wrist is the same deal. You get the in and out motion like this. And the twist. So you get a bunch of articulation in this arm. And it's just superb. You can have him grabbing somebody, resting on the ground. You can even put it to his own chin and have a shocked expression. It's really, really impressive what Mattel was able to engineer here. Especially for the low price point of only 20 bucks. Now, in the case of how big this would be an Ultra Deluxe in NECA's scale, so that's cheaper than what Ultra Deluxes would be, which would be more around $30 or $24. So kudos to Mattel for keeping it cheap and affordable for the rest of us. Now, back onto the articulation. You got the standard articulation that all the other dinosaurs in this line have in the legs. Where you got the 360 rotation, and then it can move out and in a bit. Just want to make sure I'm getting that on camera. Then you got another hinge down here at the thigh. At the knee. You can go in that much, out that much. You know, they're completely straight. And it can rotate all the way around. And the same goes for the ankle. The ankle has the same kind of joint. You got this nice in and out. And a nice twist. And all of those joints combined create an incredibly articulated leg where you can get in a plethora even, of different poses. Now, onto the tail. The tail is articulated in two segments. You got one right here at the base, and it's pretty much just a ball hinge. You can't fully twist it because of the way it's shaped. It's shaped like an oval, not a circle, so you can't really get a 360 motion out of that. But that's what I'm showing you right now is the full range of motion you can get out of that. And then you have right here near the end of the tail, which is the same story. See, if you try and bend it, you can bend the plastic right there. So just don't mess with it too much. So that about does it for the figure's articulation. As we covered, very, very impressive. Now let's move on to the character's sculpt and paintwork. Bringing you up and close here for this, so you guys can really get an idea. Because some of these figures have had paint defects where like the eye might be down to like on its chin or something, or its cheek. Mine's in pretty tip-top shape, so I can't really say anything about paint defects for my case, but other people have been finding them. So for the teeth, we get just a bit of a, you know, yellowish white paint just dipped on there. You can see that some of the base of the teeth are still black. A bit of a lazier job down here in the mouth. Let's get that in the light. The tongue is a nice red color, as is the rest of his mouth. Now you'll see that blood detailing. That's not on the figure at purchase. I actually put that on when I was doing pictures with blood. You can find that also on my page. Not to plug in too much, but I'm just saying, just check it out. Moving down the body, you have this nice gold stripe. It's almost reminiscent to Blue's blue stripe going down her body. And it starts right here at the base of the head and moves all the way down to about the middle of the tail. And it's a mixture of a nice orange and golden. Orange on top with the gold on the bottom, as you can see. And the rest of the figure is sculpted with these nice pebble-like scales going throughout the entire body. And on the top you have these shingling ridges up here mixed with these raptor quills that are also on the top of the head and on the forearms. They're a little bit smaller there, but you can still see them. Moving down the leg, we got the nice raptor claws. Really, raptor at this point is the only thing we know that's what's in it. The rest of its components, you know, what it's been mixed with to be made, are classified as it stands. But they'll soon be revealed, so we'll get some explanations for the other features of this character, like the four-clawed hands. This is what really caught me off guard, is the four-clawed hands. The Indominus Rex had the same thing, so I wonder what they have in common to both have these kind of, you know, opposable thumb hands. That just adds to the danger of it, because now it can grip stuff and open stuff and even carry stuff. Moving up from the top, you can just see all the detailing going into this thing. Very, very impressive. Not too much, but for what you pay, you're getting a really good deal. It's definitely worth it. There is another one coming out in August. I don't even know if I'm going to need to get that one. This one's just satisfied me so much. Now, before I get on to scaling, I want to give my thoughts on the Indoraptor character himself. I like it a lot more than the Indominus, I can tell you that much. This character looks way more threatening, way more intelligent, and way more capable of getting his work done, you know, killing. He looks like a much more capable killer than the Indominus, where it's big and sluggish and it has to break through stuff, where this guy can just climb through stuff. So as where you could hide in a building from the Indominus, you can't do that with this guy. He can just go straight to the door. Hell, he can open the door and get in there, and you got really no defense. I heard from someone it's bulletproof too. I don't know how accurate that is. I'm sure like standard rifle bullets, submachine gun bullets, or pistol bullets it can deflect. But I'm not sure about like 50 cals or even 14 millimeters. So yeah, I like this one a lot more than the Indominus. I still hope Mattel does an Indominus figure, because that would be like an apology letter from what Hasbro gave us. And I can't even show that because I sold it because I was so unimpressed with it and it was just wasting space on my shelf. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the character. Now let's get on to scaling. How does the Indoraptor fit into the rest of the Mattel line? Now to start us off, we have the Carnotaurus, which is a lot of people's favorite from this line. And by the way, Carnotaurus is up next for a review, so stay tuned for that. As you can see, at the Indoraptor's like default neutral stance, the Carnotaurus is just a tad bit taller than him. And they're the same price, even though the Carnotaurus doesn't have nearly as much articulation. Come on, Mattel, we want another super articulated dinosaur. Come on, give us another one. And nose to nose, now you can really see the Indoraptor's size difference. Actually, it's not a bit fair. Let's move his head up just a bit more. There we go. So now that's not as significant, but the Carnotaurus still is taller than him. There's no getting around that. So on next, let's move to the Stegosaur. With the Stegosaur, I guess that's a pretty good size up. Like I said in my previous reviews, we don't know how tall this Indoraptor is supposed to be in comparison to other dinosaurs or even humans. So as far as we know, this could be too small or this could be just perfect. If this is just perfect, then this thing is something to be feared if it's that big, that dangerous, that capable, and that intelligent. I don't know how our heroes are going to overcome this, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out soon enough if this thing can overwhelm them or they can find somehow to defeat this. And face to face, here they match up again. No real comments on this, just showing you how big it is. Next, let's do the Baryonyx, the most popular of the roarivores. Here's how they match up. Now, just a bit of fair warning. I've been experiencing this through the cuts of me recording this, and be careful when you get your Indoraptor if you use it too much, or via play, photography, posing. If you pose it too much, its joints will get a bit loose. That's one of the flaws I have with this, is the joints can get pretty loose over time. But enough of that. Here's a size comparison between the roarivores Baryonyx. People are going to ask me how I keep the mouth closed. I'll review that and show you guys that little neat trick in the review for the Baryonyx. When's the Baryonyx review coming? Probably after either the Thrasher T-Rex review or the Carnotaurus review. I'm going to put it up on a vote on Instagram, and you can vote after the Carnotaurus review is completed. And you can vote if you want to do the Bary or the Thrasher next. Here they are face to face. Now, admittedly, I do have this guy propped up a bit just so he can stand because his ankles are really loose on mine. But still, either way, the Indoraptor is still going to be taller than the Bary here. So, the fact that we're getting two medium carnivores in this movie is pretty impressive. One a real dinosaur and one a genetic hybrid. Now, I'm more excited to see the Bary and the Carno because those are two dinosaurs I love that I've never seen in a Jurassic movie before. We've never seen an Indoraptor, but no one was really hyping up this until it was, announced with the movie. But people have been hyping up Bary and Carno since the first movie, and probably even since the third. So the fact that we're finally getting them is why I'm more excited to see this guy and the Carno. And last but not least, here he is with the Thrasher T-Rex. I don't know if this is scale accurate or not until the movie comes out, but if it is, then the T-Rex, I think its days are numbered. I'm going to be honest, I love Rexy to death. I like the buck more from The Lost World, but that's another story for another day. But I think her days are numbered if this is going to be her adversary. Or maybe not. Maybe they won't fight at all in the movie and it'll just be Blue versus the Indoraptor. But I have a feeling they're going to use the T-Rex again. I mean, how can you have an ending sequence in a Jurassic Park movie and not have a T-Rex in it? You know, you have to be a good Jurassic Park movie to have a T-Rex finale scene. A good one. A good one. Not Jurassic Park 3. Surprisingly enough, the T-Rex is only slightly taller than the Indoraptor, and you wouldn't think that when at first glance at the T-Rex, since it's such a larger figure compared to the rest. But yeah, they're actually pretty evenly matched, which just furthers my expectation that the Indoraptor would win if they fought. One-on-one, I'm almost positive Indu would win. But maybe if the T-Rex had Blue and Owen again and maybe some Mercs, they could pull off a victory. I said the T-Rex one was the final one, but I completely forgot to show you guys a human figure. So that's my apologies. Here we go. We got the Legacy Collection Robert Muldoon. I know I keep using him, but he's the first one I pull out of the figure bag. So, yeah, this guy's still pretty big. He's not nearly raptor size. Maybe a Utah raptor, and a large one at that, but definitely not raptor size. So he's got to have something else in that DNA of his. Alright, so finally we can wrap up the review, and I can give my final thoughts on the character before I sign off. Is the character worth its price point? Is Indoraptor worth 20 bucks? Yes, this one is definitely worth the money. You could get worse figures for a higher price in the modern toy market. So the fact that this much detail and articulation is only 20 bucks is phenomenal. So I definitely recommend buying it. Not to mention that it's a critical character in the new movie. It's the new mutant. So you kind of gotta get it. kinda gotta get it. I don't know how I said that right the first time. If you like dinosaurs, or you like cool monsters, or you like articulated, even kaiju in general, I say definitely pick him up if you can find him. It's such a popular toy that it's being torn off the shelves like the Mosasaurus and the Ellie Sattler as soon as they get on there. But if you're lucky enough to find it, don't even think twice. Snatch it, and you'll never look back. I never did. I love this figure. And I might even buy the one coming in August. I doubt it, though. This one's having me satisfied. But if you guys stay tuned, you guys will find out. Here's its little scan thing if you guys want to screenshot that and use it in an app. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this review. I apologize for the poor lighting situation. You know, I only have light coming from over here and nothing coming from over here. I'm going to plan on getting more better lighting and a mic so I can have better sound. I know people have been complaining about this distant audio. That's because I don't have a mic. I'm recording just with my phone. But you know, I'm making it do until I can get better equipment. As I get bigger and bigger, I can get more and more equipment because I'll have a reason. You know, I won't just be shoveling money into a hopeless account. So if you guys want to see better quality content, please subscribe, like the video, and have a great day. This is Toy Adventures, signing out. Have a great day, guys.